What's going on, everyone? My name's Ethan and welcome to the Fandom Hub. Today I'm going to be going over the leaks, casting, and all the known information about the production of Scream 5 that's set to release in 2021. If you enjoy film and television content, be sure to subscribe for more. If you're interested in music or gaming, I cover that as well. I'll leave some videos linked in the top right corner if you're interested. Be sure to leave a like, as these videos are a process to research and record. And without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Now, not too long ago, this image surfaced on the internet covering and confirming a lot of leaks that were just rumored at the time. Now, this picture is 100% confirmed as legit because Spyglass was actually asking people not to share any of the personal information, like the emails, phone numbers, addresses, that was included in this photo. I have all the sensitive information blacked out for privacy reasons, but anyway, let's go over what this leak actually confirms. It confirms that the official name is in fact Scream 5. It also confirms that the Scream franchise will be taken over by Spyglass Media Group and directed by the same people that made the 2019 hit movie Ready or Not. I personally thought it was a fantastic movie and I would highly recommend it to anybody who's interested. It's also important to note that Adam Brody played in Ready or Not, and he also played Detective Haas in Scream 4, so it's interesting to see if his character will make a comeback. After all, he wouldn't be the first cop to survive a knife in the back in the Scream franchise. This leak also gives filming location and dates, as well as the names of the producers and directors. I'm gonna assume that this doesn't interest the majority of you, but it's right here for anyone who's interested. Now for the confirmed cast. Neve Campbell, David Arquette, and Courtney Cox. For a while, the only confirmed cast member was David, so it's nice to see that all of the OG3 are returning. Additionally, yesterday, Courtney posted this video on her Instagram, seemingly only further confirming that she was set to reprise her role in the franchise. What I also found interesting were the tags. She tagged Spyglass, Paramount, and Scream Movies, which is seemingly a new account with no posts and just under 5,000 followers, most of which probably came from her post. It's unclear if this is a brand new account that's expected to become the Scream 5 official account later on, or if it was an accidental tagging of a random account. But seeing that it hasn't been altered a whole day later, I'm going to assume this wasn't a mistake and this is legit. It's also important to note that Matthew Lillard stated he's available, but it's hard to see how Stu could be making a comeback since his head was crushed by a TV in the first movie. Hayden Panettiere was rumored to reprise her role as Kirby in Scream 5 when she showed off a haircut on her Instagram that looked like her character's haircut from Scream 4. However, a list of characters has also been leaked and her name doesn't really appear anywhere. As far as the plot goes, it's quite vague. On the IMDb website, it says a new installment of the Scream horror franchise will follow a woman returning to her hometown to try to find out who has been committing a series of vicious crimes. Whereas this leaked image says, a woman returns to her hometown when an unknown assailant commits a heinous crime and she attempts to find the culprit. So as you can see, there isn't really a huge difference between either of these. But it should be stated that this woman is not Sydney. It has been confirmed to be a brand new character named Sarah. I thought it was interesting that they'd be bringing in a bunch of new characters and having the story focus on them instead of the OG3. I'm worried that they won't be able to create a cohesive story with all the new characters and the original characters. I feel like that's where Scream 4 essentially fell short, because although I do love that movie, it seemed like they couldn't decide if they wanted the story to be about Sydney, Dewey, and Gale, or all of the new younger characters. I did think they did a decent job with it though, that's just my main critique. Another thing to note, without spoiling any of the plot for anyone, is that it's very specific in saying that one of the characters works at Costco. Now, I've heard a lot of people speculate that there may be a chase scene in Costco. Now, something that I've theorized is a connection between the Dead by Daylight Ghostface teaser and this specific mention of Costco. Now, if you look back at the Dead by Daylight teaser, Ghostface appears to be in some sort of warehouse-like store similar to Costco. Seems like it might be a stretch, but then again, maybe not. I haven't played that much Dead by Daylight, but from what I've seen, there isn't any map that looks like this one in the teaser. And Ghostface isn't ever seen in a store like this in Scream 1 through 4. So why would he be here in the trailer? Maybe somehow these two things are connected. Just something to think about. Another thing I wanted to bring up is this teaser poster. It's listed on the IMDb page for Scream 5, so I'm pretty sure that means it's confirmed to be real. Additionally, it looks very legit compared to many of the other fan-made teasers that I've seen, so I'd say I'm about 90% sure this one is real. Lastly, I want to go over one of the most interesting leaks, in my opinion. Now, I didn't discover this on my own, but some dedicated fans decided to research the secret name for the project listed on the leaked image, Parkside Alpha, and discovered a number of auditions on Vimeo that seemed to be for characters in Scream 5. One of these characters was named Annie, another one named Teresa. Unfortunately, all of these audition videos are locked and password protected, but I want to give a big shout out to Zach Cherry for hooking me up with the passwords and links to these auditions. If you want to watch these for yourself, just shoot me a DM on Twitter or Instagram and I will send you all of the auditions. I'm more active on Twitter, so if you have Twitter, go for that. Now, before I close out the video, I want to give my thoughts and hopes for Scream 5. I'm a bit disappointed to see them bringing in a bunch of new characters, but I'm also hopeful that they'll be as good and as memorable as the characters in MTV's first 2 seasons of the Scream TV series. I thought Season 3's characters felt a bit forgettable. However, even with that said, I'd way rather them focus a 5th movie on Sydney, Dewey, and Gale, but maybe they'll find a way to do it in a cohesive way, even with all these new characters. I'm a bit worried that this is the first Scream movie not directed by Wes Craven, but I'm hoping Spyglass will be able to do it justice considering how good Ready or Not was. Ready or Not was able to capture that gory yet satirical form of slasher that Scream has always been. I do hope that Scream 5 isn't as corny as 3 or 4, because I really didn't enjoy those movies as much due to how over-the-top cheesy they were in some parts. I hope they take their time and use this first movie as a basis of how they want to structure the vibe of this film, because I feel like the first Scream had the perfect tonal balance of comedy and horror that was able to joke around and have a good time, as well as have heavy emotional moments. I also hope the plot twist is way better than it was in 2 and 3. I wasn't a huge fan of the killer reveal in Scream 2, and I absolutely hated it in Scream 3. It was obviously best in the first movie, with Scream 4 having a solid and surprising one as well. Overall, I just pray they take their time with this movie, and don't rush the 2021 release if they're not ready. These are hard times to be producing a feature film, especially with COVID still being a problem. Hopefully things will die down by October when they're ready to film, but I honestly don't see that happening. Anyways guys, that's going to be all for today. Reply down below with your thoughts on Scream 5 and let me know if I left out any important information. Don't forget to help support the channel by leaving a like and dropping a sub to the hub. Remember to stay safe and have a good day. Peace.
Stop spitting and start shoplifting. I'm a nigga, so I'm not winning when the cops kill me. The ops come, we fought them, we lost some indeed. And the outcome, they drop one, they got you, they take shots, we pop two. Not talking no pistols, I'm talking those pills. When I'm talking about shots, yeah, I'm talking about kills. In America, plots for the end of us all on my next.